Morning everyone, how are you? Hope you are doing well. So welcome to a new video. Today we are going to talk about the most important tenses that you should use. Stay here. Hello again, welcome back. So one of our followers asked me to talk a bit about tenses in general terms, so I hope that he is watching. So actually I'm not going to talk about all the tenses. I'm gonna pick like 4 or 5 that we should use in our daily life, and at the end of the video I'm gonna give you a tip on how to use them without thinking. Because when we think I'm going to use that, I'm going to use that, so we are not gonna speak fluently and we are gonna feel confused, right? Great. So the very first tense that we should use is the present simple. Okay, the present simple. If I say I practice sport every Monday and Saturday, it's not true, by the way, just an example. So every Saturday and Monday I practice sport. Every Saturday and Monday I practice sport. So what do we have here? Right, repetition, routine, repeated action. So the present simple, contrary to what many people think, they think that we use it when the action is happening now. That's not correct. We use another tense. So the present simple is used when we have a repeated action. For example, you say, I always go to work, I always wake up at 4:30, she practices sport on Fridays, you see? Great. Now I give you 2 other sentences and compare. I practice sport, she practices sport. So what is the difference here? Great. So maybe you have noticed that we have added s to the verb. So with she, he, it, we add s to the verb. And pay attention, when I say she, he, it, here I'm talking about the singular pronouns. So if I give you a singular subject, for example, I say, my pupil revises his lesson. So I'm going to add s to the verb because I have my pupil, which is singular. Okay? Great. We have got some exceptions, but for this video I prefer to go smooth. I don't want to complicate it so that maybe beginners or even elementary or intermediate students can follow us. Okay? Great. Let's move on to the second tense, which is the past simple. The past simple. Okay, let me give you an example and I'd like you to reflect on it. I say, for example, I visited Turkey a year ago. I visited Turkey a year ago. So when did I visit Turkey? Okay, right, last year. Is the action still happening or it's over? For sure, it's over. It happened last year. Now I am in Algeria. I'm no more in Turkey. So the past simple, we use it when we have a finished, complete action in the past. And as I say to my students, this word, finished or complete, it's very important. Because if I have an action that happened in the past which is not finished yet, we will use another tense. I repeat, the past simple is used when we have a finished action in the past, right? Let me give you 2 other examples. I say, I visited Turkey a year ago and I went to the beach a week ago. So can you spot the differences? Right. So I have visited, the verb is visit. I have added ed to the verb. So this verb is called regular verb. Regular verb. Regular verbs in English take ed in the past. In the second example, I went to the beach. So the verb is went, which is the past of go, right? So this verb is called irregular verb. Let me give you other examples. So I can have was or were, which is the past of be. I can have gave, which is the past of give. I can have thought, the past of think. I can have taught, the past of teach. And of course, we have got many irregular verbs. Great. Let's move on to the third tense, which is the present continuous. And again, I'm trying to talk about the most important tenses that we should use in our daily life. For example, I'm looking for my brother. Where is he? Where's my brother? And someone tells me, he is playing in the garden. He is playing in the garden. Okay. When is he playing? Right now. At the same moment of speech. He is playing in the garden now. Okay. So the present continuous is used when we have got an action that's happening now. For example, I am talking to you now. I am recording this video right now. Okay, now focus with me. Listen carefully and try to notice how I am or am I changing the verb. He is playing football or he is playing in the garden. Okay, so we can see is, which is the auxiliary be, plus verb plus ing, and this is the rule of the present continuous. He is playing. They are playing. I am playing. So don't forget, auxiliary be in the present, which is am, is, or are, plus the verb plus ing. Okay? Awesome. So far we talked about three tenses. Let's add one, which is the present perfect. Great. Let me give you an example. I say, I've taught English for 10 years. I have taught English for 10 years. Okay. When did I start teaching English? All right, 10 years ago. Am I still teaching or it's over? No, it's not over. I'm still teaching. Is it right to use the past simple because we have the past 10 years ago? No. Why? The action is not over. It's not finished yet. So what I'm supposed to use? Of course, the present perfect. So the present perfect is used to talk about experiences or about actions that, yes, started to happen in the past, but they are still happening right now. Okay? In the present perfect, you have this connection between the present and the past, or the past and the present. Let's come back to the example. I've taught or I have taught English for 10 years. What do we have in my sentence? So focus after the subject. I have taught English. Awesome. So we have got have in the present. So have in the present is, okay, it is have with I, you, we, they, and has with she, he, it. I repeat, have with I, you, we, and they, and has with she, he, it. Singular pronouns. Plus, taught is what? Good. Past participle. What is the past participle? It's approximately like the past. So you have got regular verbs with ed. For example, I've played tennis for 10 years. Okay? Or irregular verbs, but here be careful. We are going to take the third column. If I take the example of go is the present, went is the past simple, gone is the past participle. So